Make adjustments if you are currently saying these things on the phone, if you want to see more conversions and you really want to take your business to the next level. What's going on, fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Wake Up with the Wolf podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 things you should never say on sales calls. All right, so as you guys know, I'm an online business mentor for personal trainers and fitness coaches looking to scale and build their businesses. All right, we actually just hit 820 clients in the 10K Coaching Academy, which I'm extremely fucking grateful for. I was actually just joking around, literally saying that if you guys had any questions about building your businesses and you needed to ask me, you could always just send me a DM. And then I laughed about it and went, actually pause. If you are our client, I'd rather you just talk to me in Clubhouse or utilize the Facebook group, because again, we have 820 clients, guys. That blows my fucking mind. Again, we just did a 1-year anniversary giveaway because the 1-year anniversary for the 10K Coaching Academy was on Tuesday. And it just blows my mind that we've grown at the rate that we have, especially because not only did we maybe not expect the growth that we saw, but the fact that we are now helping 820 fitness coaches build their businesses, create more of an impact, help people, just makes me so fucking happy. So the reason I want to come at you guys with this podcast today is because I see a lot of coaches making these mistakes on their calls, all right, on their sales calls, on their enrollment calls. And I know it can get incredibly fucking frustrating spending all this time doing lead generation to get people who actually want to speak to you about your program on the phone just to lose the sale. All right, I get it. It can get incredibly discouraging when you guys spend upwards of 3 to 6 hours, all right, doing lead generation in the DMs, talking to people on your Instagram, on your Facebook, on your TikTok, whatever the case may be, talking to people who are engaging with your content to get 3, maybe 5 sales calls just to have them say no to you on the phone. All right, if this has happened to you, I want you to kind of put your hand up virtually right now, or if you are live, comment below so we can see it. But I want you guys to know that it's usually due to you guys making either these mistakes or just butchering your calls altogether. All right, so I want to break this down for you guys, because the wrong language can end your call almost instantly. All right, utilizing the wrong language can turn people off instantly, and it will cause you guys to lose more sales on the fucking phone. It'll cause you guys to waste your fucking time a lot more because you would be butchering it at the end of the day. All right, you guys need to realize that as a fitness coach, you are also salespeople. All right, and I don't care if you like hearing that or not, it's true. Because you guys are selling your program. You guys are selling the fact that you are a good coach. You guys are selling the fact that you know what you're fucking doing to potential clients. And if you aren't, that's most likely why you're fucking broke and don't have an online business, or you're working in a fucking gym for somebody else rather than running your own business. And yeah, it's a little harsh, but you guys know I like to tell you how the fuck it is. All right, you are also a salesman or a saleswoman as much as you are a fitness coach if you are running your own online fitness coaching business. And if you're not embracing that, it's most likely the reason why you're either not successful or you haven't started building your business yet and you're still working for somebody else. You need to be good at selling yourself. All right, I'm going to say that one more time. You need to be good at selling yourself. All right, and yeah, it might sound a little funny and some of you guys might joke around about that statement, but it's very true. This is why you need to make sure that you never say these 3 things on the phone when speaking to a potential client or prospect, etc., because it will turn them off. So let's get into it. What are the 3 things you should never be saying on a sales call? What are the 3 things that you should never be saying when speaking to a potential prospect? All right, well, number 1, the first word you should be avoiding on the phone is the word contract. All right, in the 10K Coaching Academy, all right, all of our clients listening to this right now will understand what I mean. But in the 10K Coaching Academy, we talk about having an actual contract or program agreement for your program to not only protect you, but to protect your clients. All right, just like any other gym would. All right, across the board, every fucking gym you go into makes you sign an agreement or contract or program agreement or whatever the case may be. All right, no matter what, every gym. Now, a big mistake people run into is they start utilizing the word contract. They start telling people that they're going to be locked into a certain time frame based on a contract. All right, you need to understand that all of that language is super fucking scary to a potential client or prospect that is not already committed to their goals. Do you guys understand that right now? Do you understand where I'm coming from? If you guys start saying you're going to be locked into X amount of time, or you're going to be locked in with a contract, or you got to sign my contract so you're locked in for X amount of time, it's going to turn these people off because it's going to scare the fuck out of them. They are not committed to their goals yet. They haven't taken the first step towards their goals yet. So if you start saying the word contract, it's going to scare them. They haven't even started working on their goals, and you're telling them that they're going to be locked in for a certain amount of time, so it's scaring them away. You need to focus more on the goal setting, all right, and what the program is going to do for them versus trying to just lock them into a contract without them understanding the value of the program. All right, so that's number one. If you're listening to this right now, make sure you write that down. Stop overusing the word contract on the phone, because it will 100% scare the fuck out of potential clients, whether you think it will or not. I've seen it. We have 820 clients in the academy. I can't tell you how many fucking calls, how many role plays I've heard where people overutilize that word and it loses the sale. All right, that's number one. Number two. All right, number two. The next thing you should not overutilize on the phone, the next word that will turn them off, all right, or turn off a potential client is the word money. All right, as much as they know, or they most likely know that they're going to have to pay in order to work with you and get into your program, as much as you know that someone's going to have to pay to get into your program, you need to stop overutilizing the word money on the phone. All right, because it will scare them, because there's a weird stigma that triggers negativity in people's heads when they hear the word money. All right, and I know this because half of you guys are uncomfortable talking about fucking money because you guys are like, I'm not salespeople, I'm coaches. All right, people have a weird stigma around money. So you don't want to bring it up in any way, shape, or form because it will most likely be looked at in a negative way. All right, I would utilize a word like investment. All right, the investment for my program is X amount. I wouldn't say it's going to cost you X amount of money because it's going to trigger a negative response, a negative thought in their mind. And again, I understand that some of you guys might be uncomfortable with this podcast right now because a lot of you guys have a bad fucking money mindset. All right, we have so many coaches coming into the academy that are uncomfortable talking about money, and it makes no sense to me. You guys are uncomfortable talking about the fact that your program costs money, that you have to sell your program, but you want to run your own business. In order to run your own business, you need to be good at fucking selling. Or a lot of you guys might see this as scammy or salesy because you guys don't want to see yourselves as salespeople. All right, you only ever want to see yourself as a fitness coach. But again, you guys need to realize that you can't run a business without a client base, and you can't have a client base without selling. All right, so if you want to be a business owner versus a fucking 9-to-5 gym trainer, you need to be good at sales. So you need to embrace this stuff. The first mistake is don't use the word contract. The second mistake, the second word you should never be using is money. Stay away from the word money, speaking about it on the phone, because it makes you uncomfortable and it makes them uncomfortable because people have a weird stigma, a weird negativity around money, the word money. And now the third word is can't. Now this might be a little bit confusing, but let me explain. All right, in the 10K Coaching Academy, I talk to all of our clients and I teach all of our clients to never paint a bad picture on the phone. What I mean by this is if I'm talking to somebody about their 12-week program or about my 12-week program and they want to lose 100 pounds, I'm not going to paint a bad picture to that potential client. Even though I know for a fucking fact that they cannot lose 100 pounds in 12 weeks, I'm not going to say, well, there's no way you can do that, or you can't lose 100 pounds in 12 weeks. I'm going to say something along the lines of, my goal is to get you as close as I can to that goal. My goal is to help you lose as much weight as possible in the next 12 weeks. My goal, my dream, my outlook on this is to help you, Brittany, help you, John, get the best results possible in that time frame we are working together. The reason why I word it like that, guys, isn't to try to be salesy or schemy or anything else. It's because I don't want to paint a bad picture. All right, let's say John or Brittany is super passionate and excited about losing 100 pounds. If I go and stomp on their fucking dreams by saying there's no fucking way you're going to be able to achieve that in that amount of time, it's going to discourage the fuck out of them and they're just not going to move forward. You know why? Because homie hasn't moved forward on their fucking goals for the last 6 months because of whatever excuse. So if you guys smash their fucking dreams instantly being like, yeah, there's no fucking way you're going to lose that amount of weight in that amount of time, it's going to throw them off. It's going to push them away from their goals, from what they want to achieve. So I'm going to focus on nurturing their dreams and treating them, all right, with the right strategies once they are already my client, so I can help them embrace the right mindset they need in order to achieve long-lasting results. Don't stomp on these motherfuckers' dreams. I'm hearing a lot of you trainers get on sales calls, get on role plays, and somebody says they want to lose 50 pounds in the next 2 months. And you're like, well, you probably can't do that, but we'll figure out something for you. Yo, if that person's been struggling for 3 years and now they want to lose 50 pounds and you just literally threw their goal in their face, like there's no way you're going to lose that in 60 days. Why the fuck would they ever hire you as a coach? There's no way. You just discourage them. They've been getting discouraged by everybody else, their friends, their family, their coworkers, the people around them. You need to be the coach that's not only firm, that obviously helps them through things, but you need to be the coach that nurtures their dreams. And you can't do that if they're not your client yet. Do you guys understand where I'm coming from right now? If you're listening to this right now, just give me like a virtual head nod. All right? Like if you get what I'm saying right now, I want you to internalize it, because a lot of you fitness coaches are making these mistakes. And then last but not least, I want to give you a bonus tip right now. And I want to tell you guys to never buy the prospect's objection. If you're listening to this right now, write that down. Never buy the prospect's objection. All right, this is something I see a lot of fitness coaches running into very quickly. All right, you guys will be in a conversation with a potential prospect or a potential client, all right, and you will buy their objection instantly. All right, how many of you guys have been on a sales call, or you're on a sales call right now with a potential client, all right, and it's going amazing. They're super engaged, all right, they're opening up to you like crazy. All right, they feel like a great fit to work together. Everything's going super smooth. But when you guys get to the end of the call, when it's time for them to invest in your program, they tell you, okay, well, actually, I can't start until next month, though. And instantly, you're just like, okay, that's fine. And you get off the phone. Then they message you a couple days later being like, oh, sorry, I actually can't move forward with the program. Or they message you a month later when they said they were going to start being like, oh, sorry, I actually can't join the fucking program. So the call went amazing. Then they gave you one objection. You bought it instantly. And then they didn't buy in when they said they were going to buy in. That's because you guys are buying into their objection and you're not fighting back. You're not working through their objections. You guys need to learn how to push through that shit. and understand that you are fucking blind if you don't think you're going to get an objection on the phone. If somebody wants to lose 100 pounds, they've probably been struggling for more than 6 months, meaning they've been fighting their own objections in their head every day. They know they need to train if they want to be happier, but they're making excuses and justifications for why they're not training, for why they're not eating healthier, for why they're not working on their goals. So you need to understand that you are going to get an objection on the phone. You're going to get one no matter what, because these people have been struggling for a long fucking time. So you need to learn how to work through it. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask them questions. Okay, yo, Cole, I really want to move forward with this, but I can't start until next month. Well, why not? What do you mean, Brittany? Why can't we start now, John? What's holding you back from taking action right now? Why do you want to put it off for another 30 days? You told me you've been struggling for 3 years. Do you really want to wait another 30 days to get started on this? Don't be afraid to ask fucking questions, guys. All right, you are the coach. I'm assuming that 95% of the coaches listening to this right now, I want to say 100%, but I know 100% is fucking me kidding myself. I'm assuming 95% of you coaches listening to this right now, all right, would ask questions as a fucking coach. Someone would be in your program and you guys would obviously ask them questions if they're struggling with anything. So why the fuck are you not asking questions to people who aren't your clients yet? If you're going to come at them with a certain energy on the phone as a coach, or come at them with a certain energy as a coach, then come with the same energy on the phone. Be that same person. Don't be afraid to ask fucking questions. Be the fucking authority across the board. Because if you're not, if you guys are just, again, buying their objections too quickly, you can't get angry when you waste 45 minutes on the fucking phone and someone just passes by, doesn't buy into your program, because you are allowing that to happen. Again, guys, I know a lot of you guys might be uncomfortable with this podcast, but you need to realize that you are also salespeople as you are coaches. And just to do a little bit of a review, you guys should write this down if you want to get more conversions on the phone. All right. Number one, the 3 things you should never say on sales calls. Number 1, the first one is contract. Don't scare them away by utilizing the word contract when they're not your client yet, because they haven't even committed to their goals. They haven't even committed to their goals yet. So don't say the word contract because it will turn them off. Number 2 is money. People have a very negative outlook on the word money. And I know, because 95% of you guys listening to this right now probably feel uncomfortable with me talking about money, about making money, because it's this weird online stigma that making money is a bad thing, that speaking about money is a bad thing. So don't use the word. Utilize investment. Utilize something else. Because if you make it about money, they're not going to buy your program. They're not going to buy into their goals. Number 3 is the word can't. Never paint a bad picture on the phone. Just because you know it's impossible for them to lose 100 pounds in fucking 60 days doesn't mean you have to stomp all over their fucking dreams. Nurture what they want to achieve and walk them through what they want. And number 4, the bonus tip is never buy a prospect's objection. Be open to asking questions. All right? Ask them why they can't start now. Be willing to work through the fucking objection, guys. You are the authority, so be the fucking authority. Not only as their coach, but as the person they're speaking to on the phone. Don't be afraid to push back a little bit. All right? Because as an example, I'm a coach who says everything how it is across the board. We have clients come into our program that get turned off by the way I approach certain things. But if I was to act like a complete different human being on my social media, on a sales call, on a live stream with you guys, and then you came in and you saw a completely different coach, it would really throw you off. It would really turn you off. But I'm the same person across the board. And you guys should be too. Be the fucking authorities here. All right. Make adjustments if you are currently saying these things on the phone, if you want to see more conversions and you really want to take your business to the next level. So that's it, guys. That brings us to the end of this episode of the Wake Up with the Wolf podcast. We're going to end the Facebook Live right now, and then we're going to do an open discussion on Clubhouse. Peace, Facebook.